So this is why I usually say, these are like some of the tactics. And the biggest tactic that they like to use is social pressure and social guilt. Like the world is making you, especially media, it's like making you feel horrible because maybe you don't have a house yet. Maybe you don't have a job yet. Maybe you're with your partner, you're trying to start a family. Or if you have nothing to show for that, it's like, why talk about finances? We feel shame, we feel guilt. And I want us to flip that. And I want us to be able to change that. And this is why I'm going to give us some tips and run through it very quickly to help you be able to change that and flip it on its system. So just remember, this is my favorite rule that I always like to give out, especially when it comes to your relationship with money. Just remember, subconsciously or unconsciously, your parents are your first teachers of money. So for example, I saw my mom, she always depended on credit cards, but in 2008, when the bubble hit, she went into bankruptcy. She had nothing to show for it. And for me, that scared the ish out of me to use credit cards. And then that helped me reevaluate my relationship with money and help me acknowledge what other fears that I may have due to money, especially like when you receive a large sum of income. It's like, oh, what can I do with it? I don't want to blow it. I want to use it properly. But then you think to yourself, like, I don't have the other teachings. And it's just like when you know better, you do better. But I want us to change that guilt and pressure is that like if you never received a money talk from your parents or guardians or advisors or anything such as that, it is not your fault. Release that guilt. Let you know that you're here even right now learning financial information. You're doing better than 99% of people who choose to continue to stay in the dark. And this is why I want you to start healing your financial trauma with your relationship with money. So if you feel that you had a bad experience with money, that is financial trauma. And that is something to recognize. You can sit with a therapist, you can talk about it with friends, which I encourage you to start talking about money to your friends so you're not suffering in silence. And remember, give yourself grace and forgiveness. Recognize that you do have financial power. I always like to put it out there that we have $1 trillion in buying power. Companies recognize how strong we are in a queer community. I don't want us to continue this narrative that we're broke, we're poor, we don't know what we're doing, and we're stuck. No, we're able, we can help one another, and we can rebuild. And that's a word that we always forget when it comes into finances. No matter how deep you are in the hole, you can always rebuild. Tomorrow is a new day. Remember your financial power that you have. You are in control.